Tim, you decided to put solar panels on the roof and passive solar system on the back here. Why are you so committed to solar?
Well, I'm committed to solar for two reasons. One is it's good for the planet, good for everybody. Two, there's great economic reasons to do it. The incentives that they have through the federal government and the local government are such that the panels end up being almost free, and they're producing, my panels are producing about $1,500 to $2,000 worth of electricity a year. So there's a green element and there's an economic element. And I'm a thrifty Yankee, so money is money, a penny saved is a penny earned, and you know, why not?
But these are systems the solar panels on the roof were not cheap to put in, were they?
When you add up the incentives, they're almost free.
Almost free.
So if it's almost free, and for the 25-year lifespan of these panels producing $2,000 of electricity a year, that is a lot of money saved.
Now, what about the windows themselves? So you have windows in the back, provide heat primarily in the winter, right?
Yeah, let me tell you about these. These windows are set up, there's nothing really special about the windows other than they have a basic low-E glass on them and so forth. But the orientation is south, and the way it's all set up is it creates a huge amount of passive solar heating for the house. And so in the winter, if it's 30 degrees outside and it's sunny, the house will be 65, 70 degrees inside with no heat on. And it just works great, and I save tons of money that way.
How does it actually work, though?
Well, the solar energy, there's heat in the solar energy. It penetrates the glass, it goes inside, it's absorbed into the materials of the house, and it heats the house.
What would you normally then expect that you'd be paying in terms of heat if you didn't have these per month in the winter?
I save probably over the heating season about $1,000 a year or a season.
Just from this?
Just from that. Just from the amount of heat that I gain from the sun that I then don't have to use natural gas to fire my boiler to run my radiators.
What's gotten you so green? I mean, you're really living a green lifestyle.
Well, if you invest in green for the long run, it pays you back. It's like a savings bank. You know, if you spend $1,000 to insulate your walls better, in 5 years, if you make back $2,000, that's you've actually earned $1,000 more. So it's an investment, and it's an investment that pays you back constantly.
You know, a lot of people wonder whether solar systems and other elements you might put into your house to make it green will actually look good. I mean, what are your thoughts on that?
Well, if you hate a lot of giant glass on the back of your house, it's not going to look good. If you like this look, it looks great. If you don't know what you like, go hire a really good architect, and there are lots of ways to have a lot of glass. Same with solar panels. If you hate solar panels, there are lots of ways to integrate them into your house to make them look great. You know, if you like the high-tech look, you don't have to do anything. So it all depends.
Let me ask you about your best tips to homeowners, apartment dwellers, whatever, in terms of if they're going to go green, what should they really look for? Where might they start?
The best place to start is making sure your house is insulated and weather tight. You know, the amount of energy you lose through the cracks in your windows or poorly insulated walls or electrical sockets that are, you know, not tightly fitted. So air infiltration is the number one thing. And also, the most important thing you could probably do is just turn your heat down in the winter. Turn your air conditioning up in the summer. You know, going from heating your house at 75 degrees back down to 70 is an enormous savings. And, you know, if it just means putting on another t-shirt underneath or, you know, wearing a sweater, you adapt. Humans are great at adapting to our environment. And that people have to be 75 degrees in the winter and 75 degrees in the summer and 75 degrees in the spring. People don't need that. Most people become accustomed to that through laziness. And if you just spend an extra minute thinking, oh, I can put on a sweater and adapt to that, it's not a big deal. I can turn my thermostat down a smidge. you know, the savings are huge.
Well, what made you start thinking about it? Is it because you care about the planet so much?
Well, I want to do the right thing. I'm also thrifty, you know. You see it at the end of the month when your bill comes. Your bill is a lot lower. Would you rather have, you know, $300 extra at the end of the month, or wear a sweater, or not wear a sweater and have that money just go out the door? So, you know, we're in tough economic times. You have to be smart. Be economical. Cut your thermostat. Insulate your house. You know, do what you can do.
What's your next project?
My next project is solar thermal. That's a system where the sun heats water directly, and you pump the water into your house, basically, and you store it in a water tank, and you run it through your radiators. And so instead of using natural gas to heat your boiler, you're using the sun to preheat your water, and if there's no sun, you use your natural gas, just kicks it up a bit. And so it integrates with your home heating system that's in existence, and it supplements it, and that actually has a very large economic and green benefit.
You're not going to be paying for anything soon, are you?
That's the idea. and these grants are out there, you know. You take advantage of them. Take advantage of your local grants. Your DC grants are great. The federal tax credits are great, you know. Do your homework and it'll pay.